And I'm not a big college basketball guy, obviously. I think everybody understands that. And I've always said and lived by the code that if I wanted to watch bad basketball, I'd go to a YMCA or a LA Fitness or a Anytime Fitness here in Indianapolis and watch people play. There is amateurs playing basketball all over the place. I don't really care about college basketball. But then every single March Madness comes around and I'm completely, hypocritical because I love getting into it.
Yeah.
Doug Edert, I rode a Doug Edert wave for like 3 days.
Yeah.
That guy kind of kept me going for a little bit with that goddamn mustache. That entire squad over there, the stories are beautiful. And the only team I didn't really pay attention to at all was Kansas. Did not pay attention to them at all. I don't know if they came from, I don't know if their particular bracket was just like a very boring one. I don't know if they played super late. Yeah. I didn't watch any of Kansas's games until watching them last night. Those boys can run.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, those boys run down there.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, they actually play like an exciting brand of basketball. I kind of wish I was watching them all year. I feel like I missed out. And then I know the one shining moment is a big deal. That song stinks.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Okay? That song, can we not remix that a little bit for 2022?
It's not a bad idea.
Who did it? CBS? TBS?
It was on TBS, yeah.
It's on TBS. So that's the Turner people?
Yeah.
Like, I get it. It's awesome. It's historic. I am not the college basketball voice, so my say in this is just as good as everybody else. I'm not acting as if I am better than anybody. I'm not acting as if my opinion matters. But I was watching that. I was thinking to myself, we see content all day, every day. Highlights, recaps, everything. And it was cool to see. And I get it is a one. Can we not remix that thing just a little bit? I mean, the song goes, it has its times. It has its one shining moment. And Jim Nance leading into it and the whole thing. I mean, I get it. It is very cool and it's historic and it's a little nostalgia, but I feel like there should have been a couple.
Yeah.
Get NBA YoungBoy on it.
Yeah, remix it.
Well, I don't know if we need NBA YB on there, and I don't know if the baby would come in there and do his
That'd
whole
be
damn
sweet, though.
thing. Yeah. There's a couple of live show killer, the baby, by the way. I follow him on Instagram. Listen, I understand he has said some things that is not what I necessarily agree with and everything, but he is a rapper, and there's a lot of things that rappers say that aren't necessarily, the most by the book. I remember, Rick Ross got in trouble for a lyric in his song. And it was a terrible line he got in trouble for. But there's numerous songs before there where Rick Ross was like, hey, I need like 100 black coffins.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to kill a bunch. Like,
Right.
It's an entire
Part of the business.
Yeah. So,
exactly.
but with that being said, the baby live show, imagine him coming out in the middle of one shining
Now we're
moment.
talking.
Change the game.
Oh, man, he would go. Anyways, that was just my takeaways. At Tone Diggs, hammered down. Yesterday, you told me we like Kansas. Okay, and that was Kansas -4. I took Kansas -4, big money before the game started because Tone said it. And Gumpy, I saw you tweet that it was UNC all along because yesterday when he said he liked Kansas, you go, oh, you do your entire thing. And I'm like, oh, so Gumpy agrees and Diggs agrees. That was a different sound. You did not agree with that?
That was actually a bark. I was on the dog. It was a bark.
Oh, my God. How am I supposed to know between the gas up? Yeah, and
I'll try and differentiate it a bit better.
Cost me $5,000. That reaction from you yesterday, like literally, as I go in there, I'm like, Tone likes it and Gumpy likes it. These boys both had Kansas and they had UNC coming out of the Final Four. They're hot. Gumpy's been watching all these terrible basketball games all year long to get to this one shining moment. So literally, as I'm putting my bed, I had to pick my fucking head up so I could sit up in the bed, and then I get on the FanDuel. I log in, shows my face. I get in there, and it's like 2 minutes before tip or whatever, like 3 minutes before tip. I'm like, oh, thank God I'm getting a bet on this. Boom, Kansas -4. And I remember running through it all. Diggs liked it. Gumpy did a in the back, which is, I believe, his new like grunt for he agrees. Right. I'm going big on this fucking thing. I went 5X normal bet. I'm like, yep, I like this. This is going to be my one shining fucking moment here in college basketball. And then as that game went on, really quickly, I realized we're in deep shit.
Yeah.
We're down 16.
Yeah.
That Kansas team. And they can run. And I have a lot of respect for that UNC squad as well. That guy rolling his ankle. I mean, what do we even do? What type of amateur hour we got out there? Kansas comes back and wins. And if that kid doesn't run directly fucking out of bounds,
There you go.
once again, I loved the game.
Sure.
And then we get to the end of the game. It's after Raw. I get to watch it all. They're up 4.5 seconds left. Okay, here we go. This dude, inbound pass, foul, make both of them. We're up 5.
Yep.
We're living.
Yep.
Kid gets the ball, sprints right out of bounds. I'm like, bingo. I get upset. That's why I just go watch these dudes at YMCA.
Yeah.
How is this guy running out of bounds with 4.5 seconds left in the national championship? There's people saying he didn't step out of bounds, by the way. Still, people are zooming in on the internet. It appeared as if he stepped out of bounds. And congrats to them. It's awesome for them. But as somebody who was betting on these kids, mightily, by the way, I'm like, just fucking stay in bounds. We cover. And then I look at Gumpy. Gumpy's like, UNC plus swerves never down. I'm like, this motherfucker. I thought we were
Two-timing you.
Tone, I saw that a lot of people accurately predicted the final score, 72-69.
5,000 people or something like that.
I seen us. We should have won. That guy runs out of bounds. Just your take on all of March Madness. How'd it go gambling-wise for everybody, for the books? And Kansas was the team that everybody thought was going to win this thing from the beginning, and we just didn't watch any of their games, or what happened?
Kansas, actually, funny because I didn't know Kansas in the tournament either, but because the first 2 games that they played were
They're a 1 seed.
well, they were 11 o'clock games, so we didn't really get
At
to
night?
Yeah.
Oh, that's bullshit.
They were like
Makes
the
sense.
last game, the first 2. But the Dogs,
Their main
35.
event. Their main event.
I guess, yeah.
That makes sense.
Dogs were 35 and 32 ATS during the tournament, so the Dogs did have a slight advantage in this tournament.
Sparta.
Shit painter.
I got lucky last night.
Can we differentiate between your grunts next time? That was expensive. That was a costly.